This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Centennial, Colorado. We are here with Communities Bound. Since 2010, this national network of community websites has been providing local information, interesting discussion, and access to the business community. I'm here with Robin, who is the founder as well as owners of a few of the websites here. Let's start off a little bit about yourself, Robin. Share with me, you yourself, you're a Colorado native. You've been here for over a quarter of a century. You've raised a family here. They're natives as well. How did that tie in perfectly to starting this organization for yourself?
First off, I love Colorado, and we actually wanted to go national, but we wanted to start in Colorado because we know it so well and that kind of thing. The mountains are amazing, and many of our sites are rural in the mountains and that kind of thing, and it was just a perfect place to start.
Excellent. Ladies, why don't you first of all tell me what basic area that you represent?
I represent Castle Rock. My site is castlerockbound.net.
Excellent. And yourself?
Evergreen, Colorado, up in the foothills, and so that's where I live. Love the community.
Wonderful. Obviously, I've been to both those areas. Beautiful area. We're all Colorado here. Very great thing. Let's start off, first of all, obviously in 25 years, you've seen communities change and grow, but we've also seen technology grow. Technology really can really let our fingers do the walking, if you will, through our local areas more than ever before. I know when I grew up in a small community, really our local news was the Denver news. It really wasn't very local. And really that's not the case anymore. Because of technology, websites like you provided here, it's a way to really tune in and see what's going on in our specific areas. Is that right?
Correct. And also, what's unique about Communities Bound and the Communities Bound sites is each person that owns the site and the ones that run these websites live locally. They are from the area, and that is very important compared to like a site that would just be based somewhere else and they're just trying to know the community. These people know their community.
These are sites that are owned by the people, and so basically it's got that personality. We're not talking about local events or area events, but we're talking hyper-local. That is really a term that is used in this industry. Tell me what that means to you.
Hyper-local means like you've got a Denver station that does like all of the area, but hyper-local would be Centennial, Aurora. You would be surprised even going down to the HOAs and just the neighborhoods. There are differences between just the different communities. When you start getting hyper-local, you'd be surprised the differences just getting down that deep.
Let's talk a little bit about this particular platform that each one of the sites have. Let's start off first of all, when you click on the home page there, you pretty much get an overview really of each area. You almost pick up the personality and the flavor of the actual area. Is that what it's intended to do?
Yes, definitely, and I try to put things on the home page that specifically relate to, the Castle Rock area and things that people want to see on a daily basis.
Things that people want to see. Let's talk about one thing that affects all of us every single day. We've got a beautiful day of weather here, but weather can be a little devastating sometimes in the state of Colorado. So I notice you've got updated weather that is able to keep people apprised of traffic in the area and that type of thing.
Yes, and we also are really excited because we just added Matt Makins to all of our sites doing our weather, and he's from Channel 2. He's just gone on.
I also see some great webcams on there. So you're just a click away from seeing a whole different area that is close and nearby. You've got local links on there as far as the links to the local channels, which is great, all the top channels. You got the 2, 4, 7, 9, and 13 that are represented. So just because you're getting local news doesn't mean you're giving up the area news as well, because that's something that affects us. So you're talking about RTD and traffic. These are all things that people can keep apprised of, because obviously we all go out of our communities as well.
Yeah, most definitely, and the live webcams on Castle Rock Bound have been extremely popular. People like to, speaking of the hyper-local, they really like to go on the site and look at those cameras and see what the weather's doing, what the trees look like, what the scenery looks like, what the traffic looks like. So those have been very popular.
Let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, you've got the top stations on there. You've even got the Denver Post. You got Westward, places people can go and see the overall area. But you've also got the local links as well. We're talking about the local newspaper for that area. We're talking about the library and things that are very specific, even courthouse doings that are going on right there.
Well, you know, one thing that I really enjoy about Evergreen, and we are able to represent on evergreenbound.com, is there's tremendous volunteerism in Evergreen. I mean, you just fall in love with the community for its beauty anyway, but the volunteerism has just been awesome. And so the nonprofit activities constantly going on, whether it's the rubber ducky race or the rodeo or things that go down at the lake, the free concerts. These are all things that get the community invigorated to come together. And so to come together on the internet as well is a way to keep them apprised and part of everything.
Speaking of bringing the community to get together, this really is a community-driven site, really, when you think about it. You're not encouraging people to get involved, but really you're almost relying on their information to make sure that everybody is intertwined and there's strength in numbers. Does that make it exciting for the community to kind of know they kind of play a part there?
It's really exciting for things like on our forum. We have, they're very heavily based on the forums where everybody in the community is on the forum giving information to other people. When there's been a fire, that's been incredibly important where people say, oh, I see smoke or that kind of thing. Going down the hill, and I'm talking about the mountains right now, but same with Castle Rock or Smoky Hill Bound, the weather on the roads, letting people know, oh, I just went down the hill, it's icy, that kind of thing. Very important for those people to let us know what's going on the site on the forums.
Pretty exciting forums. Not only do people be able to get some input on what's going on, but even a heated argument or two, the things that people really care about, I think are really important. You can get on there and buy and sell. You've got free classifieds. It's really kind of like a local coffee shop that you can enjoy from the comfort of your own home.
That's true, and there's also an opportunity on the site for local businesses to advertise their businesses, and so the customers go to the site, the community members go to the site to get local info, to see events are a really large part of Castle Rock Bound as well, and then when they go to the site for all of this great information, they can also find the local businesses and what they have to offer.
Excellent. I mean, you've got a local blog there. You're utilizing pretty much all of the social medias, be it Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. This is really a great way to keep people engaged at a local level.
Well, you know, at evergreenbound.com, we have about 80,000 posts from locals. And so that, I feel, speaks to the fact that people like to be involved, to have information to share. And as you say, across social media, there's so many ways to interact with videos. People are out taking videos of what they're doing or sharing their photographs, etc. And so it's kind of a give and take. You know, we have the live webcams for them. They can always be updated by, but they're also updating us on what's going on in their world and what they have to offer their community as well.
Excellent. I mean, what I like about it is the fact that basically it's easy to sign up. It's free to sign up. Membership is free. Basically just click on the guest start here and you're off and running.
Absolutely, and we collect very little information on people, email address, that's it, and they can just sign up very quickly and easily and then use a screen name and just tell us what's going on in their neighborhood. It's really simple and easy.
Excellent. Viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see are basically some of the websites as we're representing here today. This is something that started here locally in Colorado. We're talking about a nationwide network, hoping to grow out across the nation and really connect people at a local or hyper-local level. You can sign up right there. You can actually put your email there and subscribe, and they'll keep you apprised of any changes they got going there. And it's really a great place for people to come together and enjoy. Obviously, sign-up's easy. It's free. Like she basically said, this is a great place for businesses to get some great exposure. And when we're talking about, you can't help but notice great exposure for people right there. How have the businesses, have they pretty much likened up to this?
Oh, they love it. There's not a lot of places that you can go online to bring your business onto the web. We're finding a lot of people, that is their biggest thing, is you put your business on a local paper here in Denver. It's going to cost a lot of money. It's way more low cost and more direct to your hyper local area, to your direct demographic.
It is very important to businesses anymore to try to target who they're going after. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, you don't want to throw a big blanket out there for everyone. There's a lot of wasted dollars at play there when you're an advertiser. I know from a small business. What I like about it also is not only the exposure that I get as a business, but it's really my way to kind of give back, to support your local community, okay? Basically knowing your dollars are going towards something that basically will benefit everyone. Has that been an important aspect for you?
Very much so. I think that the businesses in our area, it is a community service when they advertise, sponsor a webcam, etc., and just making this platform available. I mean, it does help us to shoulder, there are expenses. There's a lot of labor of love in this, and so it is on our behalf giving back to our communities too. We do this because we love our communities, probably first and foremost.
Excellent. Is it exciting being part of something, ladies, that basically the more it grows, the more powerful it becomes, and it's really probably exciting to be able to have something that anyone can share, and obviously that is something you recommend.
Definitely, it's been really exciting to be able to be more connected to the community that I've been a part of for 25 years, to offer something that people appreciate and can benefit from in the community, the residents as well as the businesses. When we had the Black Forest fire a couple of years back, we provided information on the site for people who were missing animals. There were a lot of large animals in the area, horses, cows. The animals were lost. People were finding them. They needed food provided. So we had a whole thread going on the forum with regards to that. And I was actually contacted by somebody from New York from ABC News who saw that and was interested in the story on the displaced animals.
It's quite amazing as you speak that a lot of people who don't live here would not even understand what you're talking about. We as locals, you're speaking our language. We understand what fires mean to the area. What I like about it is the fact that you've got local content through each website and through each area, but at the same time you're networked together. You're able to share that information. You're able to share that content. So if somebody's got a special that's just maybe 20, 30 miles away, basically you can share that amongst each other.
Exactly. Even with the fires, we've got Evergreen Bound, and then we've got a 285 Bound. They're very close together. They helped each other with the fires. They would, and just the information because they're close. But same with like Smoky Hill and Castle Rock. We're all connected. We also, these two wonderful women who I have had such a privilege working with, just being able to talk to them every day. We share ideas, that kind of thing. So we kind of know how to present the information by working together. And that's been a great privilege.
Don't you all wish this was something that was basically available back when we were learning about our areas, especially new people that move to the area? That's got to be very powerful for them.
Definitely so. When I moved to Castle Rock 25 years ago, there wasn't a lot of information available at all. And as you said, with technology, it's amazing the things that we can go online and find out about and be connected in very quickly.
There's a lot to learn here in Colorado, be it Evergreen, which is a very unique mountainous town that basically has a real feel for Colorado, if you will. You've got Castle Rock, which is growing by leaps and bounds, yet it still holds the small town ambience that everybody loves and grows together with. I think it's a great idea that you put together here. I imagine a lot of people have embraced the idea, and it's got to be...
It's been incredibly fun. It's been, 6 years that I've been doing this, and I've learned so much over just the hyper-local and learning so much about the different communities and everything. Colorado is just a wonderful place.
Excellent. Last time, viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Basically, if you are in part of any of these areas, you can basically go on, become a member, and learn about the specific area that we're detailing here. Also, if you're a business and you would like to support this, make sure and reach out and contact any one of them there as well. They'll direct you in the right area. And also, probably, if you have an area that is not representative, you probably want to reach out as well and find out if that is something that would be great for your community to learn from. Once again, that is Communities Bound, providing really information, interesting discussions, and access to the business community since 2010. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV, and today we're in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I am here at the Colorado Window Source and More. Since 2003, they've been providing windows, siding, roofing, and all your home improvement needs for the folks here in Denver and all along the Front Range. I'm here with Leo, who is one of the co-founders. Thanks so much for joining us here today, Leo. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. Why don't you share with me how it is that you personally got involved in this type of industry?
I was a carpenter's apprentice in high school. I put myself through college in the trades as a carpenter. Had a furniture import business from Mexico for a number of years. When that was no longer a business, went into the window world. I began, as did my partners, at another company, a very different company than this, a very high-pressure sales company where we had to travel out of state a lot, and it was very high pressure. It wasn't very customer-friendly. We didn't like that. So we started Colorado Window Source because we thought we could do it better.
Thought you could do it better, and obviously you've been doing great. You got great reviews, great ratings out there. Obviously windows, I mean, they're pretty important to our home. They comprise of a pretty large percentage of our exterior. Not only are they basically letting us enjoy the outdoors and the environment, they also make our house look very nice.
Indeed. They make your house look nice, and they keep the weather on the outside.
Well, exactly. When you're basically choosing a window out there, do people have to choose a window that is right for their home at the same time that is right for their climate, like that of Colorado?
Indeed, and that's why many window companies that are out there only offer one window from one manufacturer. We have several different manufacturers in-house that we use because not every window is right for every project. So as window consultants more than window salesmen, we're trying to provide a homeowner the proper window for their project, the one that's going to give them the best long-term end result.
I mean, quite honestly, depending on where a window is located, it can be an actual source of heat, especially for Colorado. But windows can also be a source of heat loss. I mean, imagine in Colorado, across any state, people are going green. They want to make sure they're conserving energy. Is windows a good place to start?
It is, and not only heat loss. In Colorado, we have a lot of solar heat gain in the summer. And so people oftentimes in a larger home might end up spending more on their air conditioning than they do on their heating, just because of all of the heat their air conditioner is trying to combat that's coming through those windows during the summer.
Let me ask you this, are replacement windows, these newer windows, are they actually easier to care for, to clean than some of these older windows? I mean, I've seen some with wooden paneling and the whole, in between.
Well, the new windows have features in them that allow them to tilt in so they can be cleaned and that sort of thing that do make them a little easier in terms of the maintenance. On sliding windows, the sashes will lift out. Casement windows are no longer pinned in the corner. They're pinned in such a way that a person can reach out and clean both sides of the window from inside the house. So yes.
Excellent. When you guys began, like you said, you're looking for a way that you could do it better than the companies you worked with before. You were looking for something with a low pressure sales, not the high pressure sales, basically a local business, if you will, serving people here. You became Colorado Window Source and More. I mean, now you're basically doing quite a few other things. Tell me about the James Hardy siding that you guys offer.
Okay. Yeah, the and more. Windows are part of an exterior envelope on the home, but we wanted to do more than just that. And so providing window services, roofing services allows us to address that whole home envelope. James Hardy siding is a wonderful product for Colorado. It's a cement-based siding. It's a fiber cement siding. Therefore, it withstands hail really, really well. It allows us to put wind barrier underneath it when we install it. It comes pre-colored so that we don't have to worry about painting and maintenance for very long periods of time. Here in Colorado, a typical paint cycle might be 5 to 8 years. Every 5 to 8 years, you've got to get out there and repaint your house, just because the climate here is kind of tough. Yeah.
We've got an environment that can be beautiful, but at the same time, it can cause havoc on our exteriors. You mentioned roofing. Let's talk about roofing a little bit. I see some luxury shingles, a lot of samples you've got right here. Is asphalt still a top choice for folks?
The number one choice. Really? Absolutely, yes. Hail-resistant and impact-resistant asphalt shingles have come a long ways. So those products tend to be preferred, just because when you put them up, you do get a warranty against hail from that point going forward.
I mean, here in Colorado, we are no stranger to hailstorms, heavy snow. Are you guys able to put on brand new roofs as well as replacement and even that of repair?
Yes, we don't do new commercial building, but any kind of residential roofing that's out there, we can do.
So if somebody had some problems, they got some leaking going on, you can take the entire roof, replace it, or also if there's just an area, you can go on there as well as do that.
Do some repair work on it, yes.
Excellent. Top quality products basically is what you're providing here for folks, but you do more than that. You basically service and install what you sell.
Correct.
That's a big deal. Tell me a little bit about your team that you have out in the field.
So our installers have been with us, some of them since we opened. We hold our installers to some very high standards just because having been in the trades, the two of us that now run the company, we know how things go together. We are able to enforce some very high standards. We have our true warranty process that allows for follow-up after install by one of the owners. So that keeps everybody, ourselves, the installers, everybody pretty honest, right? Because we go back out 3 times over the course of the first year to inspect your project and make sure everything's as it should be.
That is fantastic. I mean, you guys do it all. Doors, patios, decks, sliding doors, Arcadia doors, a little bit of everything when it comes to the complete home, even painting, is that right?
That is correct, yes. Down to the painting of the home. Absolutely. And, you know, it's interesting. A lot of times people will get their windows replaced and forget all about that front door. You know, and then you hear from them a year or two later, God, I've got all this cold air coming through my door. So a lot of times we'll include that as part of a project. In doing things bundled like that, we provide better value.
Absolutely. I mean, we talk a lot about energy when it comes to doors, drafts of windows, but quite honestly, a home can be more enjoyable with new windows, just a quieter environment.
You're quite right. That's something that most folks don't realize, but is probably the most common point of feedback from customers. When we go back and visit them or contact them afterwards, I didn't know my house was going to be so much quieter. It mystifies them. How come just switching out the windows made it so quiet? Well, windows have come a long ways over the last 10 or 15 years. Absolutely. They really have.
And not only that, but the way they're tested. I mean, you guys have BTU testers. You're checking how much is going through a window, how much glass there is. Obviously, we're talking about environment and we're talking about energy efficient, but we can't forget that windows beautify our home. I mean, they really make our home more beautiful, and not only that, but you can see in and out and great ambience of light.
Absolutely. You know, the projects that we're talking about, for the most part, all add value to your home. Not only do they make it a more enjoyable place, a more comfortable place, pride of ownership, you walk up to a place that looks nice, but they add value, bottom line. You know.
What about what people are covering their windows with, like that of blinds? Is that something you are able to help with as well?
We do. We've been a Hunter Douglas dealer, Alliance dealer, about 10 years now. We find those old ratty blinds coming down, often they don't want to put them back up. We'll provide a service where, as part of our process of being in the home, we'll get the blinds up too. So now you've got a new window and a new blind.
There's got to be a lot of companies out there, window replacement. Many of those are fly-by-night. We hear about them one day and they're gone in a couple years. Like you say, going state to state, you were possibly one of these people. You were looking for something local. I mean, you've got a beautiful showroom right here where people actually could come in and actually get educated on what is available.
Indeed, we do a lot of education. We feel like an educated consumer it makes better choices, really, in terms of their home and what they're going to put into it. The showroom allows for more full-size show and tell. Most window salesmen have a small hand sample they can bring to your home. Well, if you come to the showroom, we have full-size samples that very much look like the windows in your home. So they give you a better idea of how things will look and feel in your house.
Excellent. Leo, let me ask you this. Was the decision you made with some co-founders to come out and provide a better company, if you will? Has it been a good decision for you, and is it rewarding work?
We think so, and it's very rewarding work. You know, one of the things I like about what we do is we never leave anybody worse off than we found them. You know,
amazing. I mean, like you said, you also do follow-up visits. You've got a true promise, true warranty that is something that a lot of companies don't cover out there, and that pretty much is keeping people coming back.
Yeah, we want homeowners to feel that they've made the right decision and to be comfortable with that decision. And we know some of our things are true pricing. We don't play games with pricing, our true warranty. We follow up on the work we do. These help folks feel more comfortable.
Excellent. Last time viewers, take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. Their contact information is right there. You can see their address. They're local right here in Highlands Ranch, but they really serve pretty much any one of the suburbs, all across the Front Range here for you. They can come on out, send their team out there, professionals, give you a great bid, and basically put on some great windows for you, not only for the beauty of your home, but also for the investment standpoint, and also from an energy standpoint as well. Once again, that's Colorado Window Source, your one-stop window and siding source. This is Gary Atensi with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.